It was a day that changed the world, and it changed the lives of the people who lived through it against the odds. On September 11, 2001, Tom Canavan was working at a bank in the North Tower of the World Trade Center when the first hijacked airplane struck the building. 18 minutes later, a second jet slammed into the South Tower. Canavan managed to escape to the basement of his building, but the second tower began collapsing around him, and he was trapped in the falling debris.
Hey, what's your name?
Tom Canavan.
Tom, what happened, man?
Big boom. Come down the steps, everything fine till we got to the basement, and then everything just fell in. I got trapped under there with another guy, crawled out, kept getting hit in the head, hit bags all around. Finally, we clawed our way out over the rubble.
Yeah.
Come on down. We did all right.
All right, way to be, Tom. Let's go.
Several of Canavan's co-workers who were standing just a few feet from him were killed. 10 years later, the memory of the tragedy and Canavan's unlikely escape remains always with him.
After 10 years, and it seems like yesterday, you know, the physical pain is gone, long gone. The mental pain, that anguish still is every day. You hear certain noises, certain smells, a plane flies over, it comes back. It'll never go away. So you'll never get over it. As people tell you, just get over it. It's 10 years. You won't get over it. You learn to deal with it.
Canavan is now helping others deal with their grief. He volunteers at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, which opens on the 10th anniversary of the attacks. He says educating people about what happened has helped him to recover from the trauma. William Rodriguez is another survivor who's taken a similar approach. He worked as a janitor in the North Tower. He says he helped lead dozens of people to safety while both towers were on fire. After the disaster, Rodriguez became an advocate for victims' families and survivors of the attacks and for immigrant rights.
I have the survivor's guilt. Why did I survive and my friends didn't? And it became basically the motivating force of what I do as an activist right now, because then I realized that I have to be the voice for those who died. So it becomes not only a responsibility but a mission. And it has given me a new outlook in life.
Mickey Cross was among the New York City firefighters who rushed to the World Trade Center to help victims escape the burning buildings. He was trapped in a stairwell when the North Tower collapsed. Like Tom Canavan, Cross was one of the lucky few who emerged alive.
I didn't feel anything. I had no feeling. I couldn't see because I was totally covered up. And for a couple of seconds, I wasn't sure if I was alive. People 2 floors above me to the top of they all died. And 2 floors below me, they all died. And just that little area we were in, the 14 of us survived. So how do you explain that? Yeah.
More than 300 of Cross's fellow firefighters and paramedics died in the falling towers. He and his co-workers quickly mobilized to take part in the search for victims' remains, spending 9 months sifting through the debris at Ground Zero.
You came to work, they give you a hand tool, a radio, and I got a list of 4 firefighters to supervise, and we dug with our hands, and that's what we did. And it was just a simple job, and it was an important job, and I got a lot of gratitude out of it.
Cross has since retired from the fire department, many of whose workers have suffered serious health problems as a result of working in the toxic rubble at Ground Zero. Here at his former firehouse, the staff continues to pay tribute to their co-workers who died on September 11th. On the 10th anniversary of the attacks, the firefighters are holding a ceremony to honor those who died trying to save others, as well as those like Cross who risked their lives and survived.